Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today for the top 10 moments of Michael Schumacher. Brilliance. Basically, I looked up the most legendary German athletes of all time, and this guy was right up there. He's an F1 racer. Granted, I don't know much about Formula One, but that's kind of part of the fun, at least for me. I like watching sports and things that I don't know much about and learning about them. So this is a man I'd never heard of, Michael Schumacher. And these are his top 10 moments of brilliance. So I'm going to react to that. It sounds very intriguing to me. Sounds like fun. Shall we?
Michael Schumacher had struggled to reach the heights for which he was famed during his second stint as a Formula One driver. But at Monaco in 2012, the German drove an utterly scintillating lap to take what would have been the final pole position of his career. A grid penalty for a previous infringement dropped him to 6th on the grid, but it took nothing away from what had been a superb performance.
This looks way more entertaining than like NASCAR. NASCAR is really big over here in America, and especially where I live in Indiana. And I just never really understood it. This, I understand.
And a reminder to all.
I understand why people watch it.
Of the genius behind the wheel. At the 1995
look at those cars.
European Grand Prix, Schumacher was hunting down Jean Alesi, going wheel to wheel in the fight for victory. Then, with 3 laps to go, Michael made his move.
Yes! Oh, wow. Michael Schumacher takes the lead in the...
Wow, that was cool. I always wondered, how do you even pass anybody? That's how much I don't watch racing. I always just have wondered, like, how do they even get by somebody? Like, how is that possible?
Made his move.
Also, does he not get a penalty for going out of bounds? Or is it like Mario Kart where going out of bounds just slows you down? So that's the penalty. Because he definitely, like, cut that corner. But anyway... That's kind of remarkable.
Yes!
They kind of just bullied him off the course.
Michael Schumacher takes the lead.
And they were going so slow there for a second. It's kind of funny.
Michael made his move.
Yes! Michael Schumacher takes the lead in the Grand Prix of Europe, and the Benetton team go berserk with delight.
That's awesome.
A fantastic overtake around the outside of the chicane gave him the race win, and topped off an incredible drive that had seen him take 25 seconds out of Alesi in the 15 laps prior to his pass.
To say for Michael to win with 3 stops, this is for me probably rates it amongst his best wins. So big congratulations to him.
Those are huge bottles of champagne.
Having won the first 4 races of 1994, the Spanish Grand Prix proved to be a little trickier for Schumacher, as he found himself stuck in 5th gear for most of the race. Despite driving with an issue that would have seen many drivers retire, he not only raced on, but was able to match the pace of race leader and eventual winner Damon Hill.
How is that even possible?
Benetton driver fighting his way home to finish in an excellent 2nd place.
How do you do that when you're stuck in a gear?
Schumacher was chasing victory at Spa-Francorchamps in 1992. In changeable conditions, Michael felt the time was right to switch to dry tyres, and it was an inspired decision. Once those ahead had made their...
See, that's a whole aspect to the race that I don't understand at all. So he switched to dry tires.
Switched to dry tyres, and it was an inspired decision. Once those ahead had made...
It's kind of like a team effort at that point, huh? You're really counting on your dudes to get those tires off.
Their stops,
quick.
Michael had taken the race lead, and he held on to claim the first of his 91 career victories at the very track on which he'd made his Grand Prix debut just 1 year before.
I don't know why, but when I was in the motorhome today, I thought I'm able to win this race. And I thought, I think my dream doesn't come up. And then suddenly the situation changed. I went in for dry tires, and it was absolutely at the right moment. I really can't describe it. I mean, it's something crazy.
Fighting Fernando Alonso for the 2006 World Championship, Schumacher delivered a stunning performance at the Brazilian Grand Prix that
this would be horrifying.
Matched even the most memorable of his race victories. A puncture on lap 9 dropped him to the
and also so much fun.
Back of the field, and almost a lap down. But he refused to give up, passing nearly the entire field on his way back to 4th place, finishing just 24 seconds off the race winner. He missed out on the Drivers' Championship, but he won all the plaudits in his final race for Ferrari. Schumacher made his debut with the Jordan team at the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix, standing in for the team's regular driver, Bertrand Gachot. The 22-year-old German was immediately on the pace and would qualify 7th fastest, 4 places higher than his experienced teammate Andrea De Cesaris. Sadly, his race would be cut short on the opening lap with clutch failure, but this one qualifying session had already
a lot of car problems going on, huh?
Done enough to attract the attention of other teams and earned him an
I didn't know that was a thing that you have to contend with so often. Your car breaking down.
Immediate switch to Benetton.
You must be very happy with your results.
Yeah, sure, I'm really happy. The car feels really good and it makes a lot of fun to drive. And also for the time, I'm really happy, yeah.
Well said.
In 1998, Mika Häkkinen was 16 points clear with 5 races to go. And Schumacher knew he needed a strong result. With the Finn leading in Hungary, Ferrari tried something different.
Catching traffic, I want them in this lap. Pronti, tutti fuori, tutti fuori.
Schumacher switched to a 3-stop strategy, but he needed to post qualifying style laps every lap for the whole race to give himself a chance of beating the McLarens. Setting fastest lap after fastest lap, he stormed to the race victory, thanks to a combination of team strategy and one of his finest drives.
I mean, you dream about the ideal result, and that was one of the dreams I have.
Having been caught out in a wet-dry qualifying session, Schumacher started from 16th place on the grid in Belgium in 1995. However, come race day, he mastered the changeable conditions, making a string of overtakes and fighting off his great rival, Damon Hill, to take top spot on the podium.
From 16th on the grid, did you really believe you could win this one?
I knew.
What does that mean, 16th on the grid? Hold on. All right, let's ask the all-knowing ChatGPT real quick. I'm sure you guys already know, but I need to know. What does that mean? The starting position of the driver? So you start in 16th place? The grid is the lineup of cars before the race starts, determined by the driver's qualifying times. Gotcha. Oh, wow, that's a huge disadvantage. It can impact a driver's chances of success. Yeah, no kidding. It seems like the most difficult part is kind of like navigating past people. I mean, it's just difficult because the cars are big and you're trying not to crash. I guess if the race is long enough, it becomes, you know, less of a factor.
It's going to be possible to drive certainly in the points and even probably on the rostrum, but to be first, no, I didn't believe this.
Having sustained a broken leg earlier in the year, Schumacher returned for the final 2 rounds of the 1999 season, with some critics doubting if his trademark pace would still be there. But in qualifying, he went a full second quicker than anyone else, blitzing the opposition to take one of the most commanding pole positions of his career and silence his doubters. It was a truly
God, they sound so cool.
Remarkable comeback.
We expected to be strong, and I mentioned that several times this weekend. But to be second ahead, that was clearly surprising.
Arguably,
I like this guy. He's very composed.
Michael's finest ever moment came at the 1996 Spanish Grand Prix, taking victory
this looks so dangerous in the rain.
in torrential conditions. Having struggled with his Ferrari all season, especially in wet conditions, his performance on the day was out of this world and was a signal to all of his critics that here was a race.
It's the visibility, especially when you're trailing somebody. Look at all that water kicking up. Oh my God. I mean, I have trouble in my Toyota Corolla. I almost forgot what car I drive. In my Corolla, you know, when it's raining on the highway, I can barely see. Damn, I'm getting melted by the sun, guys. Nobody told me. Holy crap. Can you guys even see? Am I blinding you? Anyway.
Beholden of genuine greatness.
It's about as hard to see me right now as it is for these guys to see out their windshield.
Having cleared Jean Alesi, Schumacher then caught and passed Jacques Villeneuve to set up what would be not only one of his finest ever Formula One victories, but his first win with the Ferrari team with whom he would write his name indelibly in the history of the sport.
Michael Schumacher wins the Spanish Grand Prix after an
That was so badass.
absolutely superlative drive.
It's amazing. If anyone would have asked me how much I would bet on this, I wouldn't have even bet a penny on it. We have not.
Wow, that's interesting. You know, a lot of times you hear athletes talking about how you need that confidence that you're going to win. You know, that you know you're number one. Holy mother. This guy's he's just like, yeah. I thought I had no shot. And then I won. Eh.
Got a present from anyone. I just pushed it to the victory, and the car has been superb, especially at the beginning, and I was able to do the job.
Legend. That was awesome. I love to try to appreciate sports that I don't know much about and, you know, the legends within those sports. This is criminally short. The dude's career was nothing but brilliance. He looked pretty young. I mean, how old is he now? Is his career over? I mean, I do understand most of those were a while ago. How old is he? I need to figure this out. What is my computer doing? Oh, he's 55 now. Wow. Is that him? Wow. Okay, this was in 98. Gotcha. Okay. That is cool. At what age, like, do drivers retire? I never really thought about that. You know, for different sports. You know, for instance, in tennis, you can play at a top level. Well, Federer, he's different. But, you know, whatever. Mid-30s, whatever it is. Late 30s. Mid-30s. For golf, you know, you can play into your 60s, whatever, at a high level. I wonder how that is for racing. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.